In this video, we're going to look at solving equations with multiple angles on our exercise 6.4. So, first question of the exercise, solve sine of 2x equals 1. So there's nothing in front of the sine, there's nothing being added or subtract from your sine functions, so there's nothing else to do. We've got sine of the angle on its own, which is our aim. But what we do need to recognise is that this angle is 2x rather than x. So it's a multiple angle and we need to change our domain in order to match this. So instead of just being x, we're going to multiply that by 2 to become 2x. And what we do to one, we do to all the others. So we multiply each part of our domain by 2. So 0 times by 2 is still 0. We've now got 2x. X times by 2 is 2x. 360 times by 2 is 720. So we've adapted our domain in order to deal with our multiple angle. Okay, then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to find our related acute angle bit. If we look at this again, it's sine of our angle equals 1, and that's one of our special cases. So if I just draw my sine graph straight away, you could type it into your calculator and see what you get. But if we draw our graph, and remember we're drawing up to 720 now because of our new domain, so we're going the whole way up to 360, and then a second wave the whole way up to 720. So 360 is here, 720 is here. And we want to know when sine of our angle is 1. So we want to actually find whatever our x value is for this point and what our x value is for this point. These are the 2 points in our graph where sine of our angle equals 1. And just knowing your graph, you should know that that is 90 degrees in there. 90, 180, 270, 360. And then 90 further on than 360. So you should have 450 in there. So a slightly unusual case. Now remember that this is 2x this time, not just x. So 2x equals 90 and 2x equals 450 degrees. But we don't want to know what 2x is, we want to know what x is. So we reverse our process by dividing by 2, and what I do to one, I do to all the others. So 90 divided by 2 is going to give us 45 degrees, and 450 divided by 2 is going to give us 225 degrees. So those are our two answers for question 1. You could type that into your calculator to see that it works. So if you typed in sine of 2 times by 45, so sine of 90, into your calculator is going to give you 1, and sine of 2 times by 225, or sine of 450, it also gives you 1. So you can use your calculator to check. Okay. Question 2 then. We have, or not 2, it's going to be 1b. 1b. 2 sine 3x equals root 3. So we want sine of our angle on its own, so we do have a step to do before now. We have to get rid of that 2. Opposite of times by 2, dividing by 2, what you do to one side, you do to the other. So you're left with sine of 3x equals root 3 over 2. Okay. Recognizing that that is a multiple angle, so we need to adapt our domain accordingly. So we're going to times everything in our domain by 3. 0 times by 3 is still 0. We've now got 3x, so it's matching, and you've got your 360 times by 3, and that's going to go the whole way up to 1080. So multiplying each of those by 3, and that's where you draw your graph to whenever we're finding all of our solutions. Okay, our related acute angle is inverse sine of our root 3 over 2. Now you can type this into your calculator, but you should also recognize that that is one of our exact values. And you should get that is 60 degrees, either from just knowing it, or if you have your calculator, you can use the calculator to support you as well. But you should recognize that that root 3 over 2 is one of your exact values. So we have what sine of 3x is on its own. We've adapted our domain. We found our related acute angle. We now draw our sine graph to find all of our solutions. Yeah, I'm going to make this nice and long because we're going to be drawing up to 360, up to 720, up to 1080. So 360, 720, 1080. So you always have to draw up to where your domain goes to. Okay, root 3 over 2. Positive answer here, root 3 over 2. Somewhere around here. So we're going to be finding this answer in here, this answer in here, this one here, this one here, and even more, this one here, and this one here. Okay. Recognizing that your distances, because of symmetry, these are all our acute angles, so that's our 60s the whole way in there. Okay. I obviously know that this first one is 180. 180 further on than 360, just so that I know where my symmetry is coming about. That's 540 in there. And then 180 further on than 720 is 900 in there. Just so we know what to add or subtract from. Okay, so all of our solutions. Remember, this is 3x. Important step there. So 3x equals, the first angle is 60. 180 take away 60. We've got 360 plus 60. We've got 540 take away 60. 720 plus 60. And 900 minus 60. So calculating all of those, we will have 60 degrees, 120 degrees, 420 degrees, 740, 480 degrees, 780 degrees, and we've got 840 degrees. So those are all our answers for 3x, but remember you've got to do your final step, reverse your process, divide by 3 to find your x values, and we will get 20 degrees, 40 degrees, 140 degrees, 160 degrees, 260 degrees, 280 degrees. That is your final answer with all your x values. Notice that those final answers do lie between 0 and 360, your original domain, which they should do. And that's you.